Yeah, spotting the truth every day. I go down to the hardware store down here, and they want $6 for 4 of these screws. 4. And then I go to Amazon, and I can buy 50 of them for the same price. 50. You see, if I'm willing to wait 2 days, if I plan things that I'm going to do 2 days ahead, that puts these guys out of business. So they want to take advantage of me. But then on the other hand, when I end up at Amazon, that's victim city nowadays. Every time I turn around at Amazon, someone's trying to fucking rip me off, sell me used shit. I mean, it's just a fucking junkyard anymore. You can see it every day. I mean, it's, every single little piece of society is trying to get into your wallet, and most of them are just trying to survive. You know what I mean? A McDonald's franchise is not a mom and pop's burger store on the corner. You see, the advantage they have is they can make you a higher quality burger. I have seen over and over and over again, they start out with a higher quality burger and they get lots of business. And slowly but surely, period of time, the service becomes worse, they start skimping on when food should be thrown out, what quality of beef they buy, what 5 cents cheaper on each bun. I've seen it happen, and the process, once it starts, is just a downhill slide. That's why I don't like profit builders, those jerks. God, they've ruined so many businesses. I hate to say that me and a friend of mine were the ones that were starting that for cars. I'm going to have to nuke my notes here. I'm going to have to... yeah, it's in everyday life and everything that you see and everything you do. It's like they talk about the fucking Matrix has you, right? You feel it when you pay your taxes. You feel it when yeah, you do. Society, you can tell, as an individual, if you're willing to face the truth, that this whole fucking system was designed to keep you exactly where you are. Exactly where you are. In every institution in the United States, other than some charitable ones that I could name, it is designed to keep you exactly where you are. That's why wages have been stagnant for so long. You see, when people have spare time, most people don't waste it. They educate themselves, they learn more, they become more worldly, they get to travel more, they get to see other countries, they become more informed and better people. When corporate profits go up 700% and wages stay flat for 30 years, you have to understand that that was put in place by those people. Now how does it stay there? Well, you fight unionization, you fight, you give everyone tax breaks, you pass all these regulations that prevent basically people from moving up. You take away any safety nets they have. You don't tax this fucking company who paid 0 taxes, but you just rip the shit out of this guy's paycheck every single week. And they understand in a very short order, if you're intelligent, that the system is designed to keep you exactly where you are. Now that is the truth. And see people, what? You want to have communism? No, absolutely not. I think that's fucking stupid. I would rather barter, to tell you the truth. But since that's not probable anymore, we should have a reward system that pays you back for what you do for the world, not what you do for yourself. In other words, I'm not going to look up to you because you have a lot of money and a big fucking boat. That doesn't impress me if you're a dickhead and you would let someone starve to put gas in your boat. That means, I'm sorry, you're not, the animal owns you. When putting gas in your giant fucking yacht, $50,000 to fill it up is more than the people that are starving that you will drive by every day. Okay? All these billionaires know that they could actually do something if they wanted to liquidate their assets. They don't want to do that. They lose their tax breaks. They lose their cash cows. You see, their power. They don't want to liquidate any of the prime properties that they own. What do you think the Vatican's worth in art alone? You know what I mean? Yeah. No, it's everyday life. You see it everywhere. It's pretty much gas prices. I mean, the most rigged market on the planet is the petrochemical industry. And they're fucking panicked because they see us all switching to electric cars, wanting to switch to electric cars, as a matter of fact. And yeah, every time you see an $80,000 Dodge Demon getting his ass kicked by an $80,000 electric car, people want the electric car. Ah, fuck. Yeah, it's just such a big mess because, you know, this system that's been put in place, one of my problems is I don't see it being broken. I don't see it collapsing. I don't see it folding under its own weight. I see it just chugging along right on into the future, taking us with it. Yeah, you see it every day, just like the Matrix, man. You feel it in everything you do. I mean, why do they need to try to take such advantage of me down here when for 2 days I can order from Amazon and get 50 of them instead of 6 or 4 or 8, depending on what bolt you get, but they're little packages, individuals. I had to quit going to Ace Hardware because all of their hardware was fucked up. The drawers were all mixed up. I mean, it's not neat. After about 3 or 4 years, those drawers are a mess, and no one takes care of that. And then expensive as hell. It's so much cheaper for me to wait 2 days and buy it online. The exact same product. See, what most people don't know is like cereal, nuts and bolts, things that people use every day. They don't understand that there's only a few companies that make them, like bearings. Only a few companies make them, and then everybody else stamps their name on it and resells them under their brand name. So it's all about profit. The whole system is about profit. It's not about nothing's ever going to trickle down except for them pissing on us from on high. We know that. That scam has been going since Ronald Reagan, and I've watched it my whole life. Nothing fucking trickles down. It never matter of fact, it always gets worse. A Republican comes into office, runs the fucking deficit up $6 trillion, and then blames it on the next administration, right as soon as they can. Since Ronald Reagan, I've watched the Republican Party, my party, disintegrate into a bunch of goddamn Looney Tunes, except for very few people. People who I would vote for president as Republicans over the next Democratic choice. If Liz Cheney ran for president, I would vote for her for president. Adam Kitzinger, I would vote for him for president. They've shown they have honor and they care about the country and they're willing to shit their careers down the drain for it. You see, if we had more of that in this world, we wouldn't see so much ugly every day. Right? We need a blend. Some of the ideas that people have, they sound socialist. They're not. They're just making these billionaires pay their fucking sum, and now there's money to spread around and to help people. But you have to be careful who you give that money to spread around to, because it's been shown that most of them are not trustworthy. Again, every single day we experience it in everything. When was the last time you saw a Wounded Warrior commercial? Boy, they went at it hard for a few years, didn't they? Huh? Hard. But they spent the majority of that on partying and advertising. And veterans got very little. And it just couldn't sustain itself. See? The truth of it was they weren't helping enough people to make it real. It was always a scam. Every day and everything. See? You see it. We just need to face it. Face it, live up to it. You know, and when somebody who has $100 billion in the bank tells you, oh, well, look at all the jobs that's nice. You know, you're lucky that you have the opportunity to do that. You're very lucky you have the opportunity to do that. Okay, but you're going to pay your fair share in relation to how much you make. This guy busts his ass and most of his money goes to the government. And then you have ways of paying zero. Well, that shouldn't happen. You need to suffer in the same example as him. Apples to apples. Okay? The percentage of his check that goes, yours is going too. And I'm talking about real money, not being able to hide it. Then the world would change. Even just simply changing our tax code and admitting that that disgusting wealth, okay, needs to stop. The disparity needs to stop. Just admitting that, okay, would make our country immediately, things would turn around and be so much better. Do you think that the 99.87% are going to be crying in their beds because that other small percentage had to start paying their share and suffering like the rest of us? No, I don't think so.